Hey guys, Rascal here, and this time I'm going to be talking about a web series called Hazbin Hotel. This one was made by the group, the channel's from Vivziepop. I think that's the name of it, hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly. And it's supposed to be the pilot of a web series called Hazbin Hotel. And the first episode is available online, of course. Welcome for you to watch it anytime. I'll put a link in the description. And I only knew about this show because lots of the Rascals had actually seen it. And I started using it in their videos, whether it was a song or they used the characters or something. And I actually started seeing it pop up more and more. And it was clearly something that people were really enjoying. And at first I thought this was a TV show or a Netflix series or something until I saw, no, it was a pilot made on YouTube. And I was kind of surprised because when I watched it, I was not expecting what I was seeing. In here, I'll give you a quick rundown of what the show is about. It's supposed to be an adult web series, but so far there's only one episode. It's about a little over 30 minutes, which is actually more than what I've seen now for pilots when they have pilot seasons on Amazon or something. So at least you're getting a good amount of time spent on it, and you're actually getting a whole story. It's supposed to be taking place in hell. I'm not kidding. Already, it's already looking promising. Protagonist is named Charlie, who's the princess of hell. Oh gosh, this is something from Supernatural, isn't it? And she wants to rehabilitate sinners in something called a Hazbin Hotel. And instead of just wiping out all the demons there, I guess they would turn good, and I don't know if they get to heaven or not. I don't know. I wasn't quite sure of that part. I think they're supposed to be, they were sinners or they were bad people. In one line, they get a second chance here and they have a chance to become better people, even though they've passed on. And that's pretty much the whole, I guess that's supposed to be the story. Now, that's a little different from what I've read in the Bible. Very different, but it was definitely a concept I haven't seen done before. And I did watch it, and it was surprisingly very well done. With the quality of it, it doesn't even look like it was a YouTube pilot. It looks like it was made for TV or Netflix or another streaming platform or something. The animation is very, very well done. It's got the really smooth, cartoony looking feel with the sound effects that you hear from Looney Tunes cartoons, which is a nice touch, I might add. The characters are very unique and interesting and all look different from each other, so they all have their own little unique design and characteristics. The animation, like I said, I don't know how much I can talk about the animation because it's just really well done, and I was just really surprised this was a YouTube one because it doesn't look like these are YouTubers. It looks like it's just professionally done. It's just amazing work. They have little bitty songs in here that are like maybe a minute long that are actually kind of catchy and creative. And the music's actually, like I said, music's actually very well done, even when there's no show tune number. And yeah, I gotta say, it's definitely different from what I expected. But I watched the whole series. I don't know, because this was pretty shocking anyway. Now, of course, like I said, it's an adult animated web series, so yes, that means there is a lot of innuendo and sex jokes in here. But not as much as Helluva Boss, which is a spin-off, and whew, boy, that one, I think that one's going to be its own video. Anyway, back to this one. And here you have the characters of the main one, which is Charlie. You have her girlfriend, Vaggie or Vaggie. Oh gosh, I just realized what that meant. One, Angel Dust, and then my personal favorite, Alistor. And then they have two characters that came in towards the end called Husk and Nifty, with looks like almost 3 F's. That's hilarious. And like I said, the characters are very different from each other, and you kind of get a little bit of influence from other characters. Like Charlie's a lot like Star Butterfly. Vaggie is a lot like reminds me sort of Raven from Teen Titans, and I say that because whenever she would get mad, it was always like full-on fury, so she kind of has a temper. Angel Dust is kind of like a spider-like spider-like guy who's just into everything wrong still, whether in the afterlife or not. And that seems to be like the running joke for the character, even to a point where when they were fighting a villain, all he made was innuendo jokes, and the villain never understood any of them. He just got tired of doing it. And then we have Alastor, who is called the Radio Demon within the show. That's, I guess, the nickname. And what kind of gravitated my like for him is that he was a very creatively done character. You don't know if he's gonna be a villain or not. It's sort of like 50-50, because with the backstory he's given, you're not sure if this story about him is true or not. It just says legend. He's an overlord, of course he is. So you don't know if he's really this all-powerful creature that they say he is, or is it just myth, or have they made something out of it, misinterpreted? You never really know. And I also like that he has this 1920s feel to him with his design, and his voice sounds like he's literally a 1920s radio show host. Or if you want to be more simplified, think of that announcer from Legend of Korra that always did the recaps before every episode, and that's kind of what I got from there. Now for the voices, I'm not familiar with these people. I think these are either people that are working on the show itself, or the artists, or maybe they are voice actors and I'm just not familiar with them. They had Jill Harris, Monica Franco, Michael Kovac. I almost said Korvac, like the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy. Sorry. Edward Bosco, Michelle Marie, Mick Lahr, and then we had other characters in here: Crystal Laporte, Will Stamper, Don Del Rivera. Yeah, there's quite a few really good voice actors in here, whether they're professional or their first time. They did a very good job portraying these characters and their personalities. And like I said, there's quite a bit, there's a little bit of innuendo in here, well, depending on the character. And since this is, of course, a YouTube show, there is no limit on the swearing. They will say any word on there. So if you're a little sensitive to that, I suggest, turning somewhere else or kind of step away from here. Because here, I was a little bit, had mixed feelings at first about it. But I gotta say, it's really well done for these YouTubers. I think they did an excellent job at making this whole little universe. And they worked really hard on it. And they want to build their own story and stuff. I think it's a great, they did a great job. It's not something that could be on Adult Swim and actually be a good program. Even with its little bit of the PG-13 or R-ratedness to it. Yeah, it's actually not bad at all. I mean, like I said, would I watch a whole series? I don't know. I mean, who knows what they'll have in future episodes, because now they got these villains. They got a snake-like villain called what was his name? Serpentitious? He was the snake guy. He was the snake guy. He was the villain. Okay, he was the villain in there. I don't know. The name is kind of hard to pronounce. I think it's Pretentious. Serpentitious. I think that's a pun. I think I get it. And he's sort of like, I guess, the comic relief villain. So I think, judging on that, there's going to be a possibility that if this gets, more episodes, there's going to be a more serious villain in here, which is pretty much how a lot of these shows go on TV. They look like comedies, and they'll have funny villains, and it's just haha, funny things happening, and then suddenly they'll get a serious character, and then they change the whole show, and then it gets dark. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. But yeah, like I said, this was actually very, very well done. Hats off to everyone who worked on here and just did an outstanding job creating this pilot. And I hope that they are successful in this becoming a series with their Patreon and their YouTube channel. I'm glad they have a fan base and all of their work has not gone to waste whatsoever. Great job to Vivziepop, the channel, the creator of the channel, the creators of the Hazbin Hotel pilot, and just the channel and the show itself. Awesome job, you guys, and good luck to you in future videos. If you haven't seen Hazbin Hotel, like I said, this is definitely not a kids show, or for probably under a certain age. Definitely don't want to check it out because of the constant use of swearing and mature themes. Definitely, if you want to check it out, I'll leave a link to it in the description so you can take a look. And if you don't want to see it, that's totally fine, because I can understand, because there are some things that people are not going to be happy with. But remember, as long as you take it as a work of fiction, as a joke, and not something literal or something that's offensive, because they are trying to be offensive sometimes, just take it as that, and I think you'll be good. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Like I said, great job, guys. Really hope good luck to you in the future. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.